There she is, the woman of the hour, Caitlyn Clark, arriving to Pelican Golf Club outside Tampa earlier this morning to compete in the ANNIKA driven by Relive Pro-Am for the second straight year. What a scene. The guard for the Indiana Fever, twice a WNBA All-Star, back at the ANNIKA, mixing it up with the best on the LPGA, including Nelly Korda, the 15-time winner. Caitlyn will play with her for 9 holes, and tournament host ANNIKA Sorenstam for 9 holes. And there you see Caitlyn's Indiana Fever teammates, Sophie Cunningham and Lexi Hull, in caddy bibs, serving as honorary caddies out there, no doubt, to have a good time. And it was about 8:30 this morning when Caitlyn hit her opening tee shot. As you'd expect, the tee box was crowded with fans and kids to watch one of the biggest names in all of sports playing the game we love, and we will follow along for the next 3 hours right here on Golf Today. And as we told you, Caitlyn Clark already on the golf course. This was earlier, the par 4 first. Let's take a look at this golf swing, folks.
She's got to be a little nervous. You got to think. The whole world is watching this moment. That's a nice shot.
That's a green in regulation,
Yeah.
Eamon.
It is. They're playing a Shambo format out here today. She's leaving herself a long putt. We're going to see that there's no reservations. This is a travelling violation on this putt, Damon.
I imagine, Eamon, your game is quite familiar with the shambles. Do you agree?
Wow, we're taking shots early.
Look at her, competitive already, not happy with that. But look at the teammates. There you got number 8. That's Sophie Cunningham. She's, of course, a 3-time first-team All-SEC and now a teammate with Caitlyn at the Indiana Fever, as is Lexi Hull, number 10. You've got, of course, Carson Hocevar of the NASCAR Cup Series. Brianna Scurry out there as well, U.S. women's soccer royalty. Let's see how the putter is working here now for Caitlyn.
Certainly got the speed down by the time she got to this green.
I mean, even the best players in the world sometimes struggle to get the speed of the greens early in a round. Right, Anna? Come on.
You just got to shake a little bit of rust off. She hasn't been playing her full schedule on the WNBA. We know that. I'm sure she's had a little bit of time to just tinker on the golf course, on the practice area. I mean, again, I'd be happy with that.
I think most people who play for a living would be happy with that from that range.
Yeah, on to the 5th hole we go. And, I mean, great FaceTime with Nelly Korda. I mean, this is great. We talked to ANNIKA earlier in the week, Eamon, about, what do the greats talk about? They do talk about workout routines and, practice routines. It's not just hi and hello. They're trying to get some information.
Yeah, they learn from each other. They don't learn from the likes of us, then.
It's just appreciate that scene as well. Caitlyn Clark walking the fairways with Nelly Korda, 2 of the greatest American female athletes that we have right now. It kind of doesn't get much better than this, I don't think.
See that putter once again. Eamon says she's starting to dial it in. Look, a little action there with a little knee bend. Wonderful speed, I would say. What is she, about a high single digits handicap?
Yeah, I think that's what ANNIKA had her as, high single, low double digits.
Better than us, Eamon.
Yeah.
Putt from off the green on 6.
Finding her comfort zone.
She really is. And nice to see the sun shining out there, all those folks watching.
Carson Hocevar, NASCAR driver there. Another of us.
Yes, you can.
So the caddies, yeah.
She had tremendous speed on the previous hole on her putt there on 6. Put it in the hole. Dial it in again. Yeah. Okay, we were talking. Significant left to right shot. Just a little bit over the top. Wasn't happy with that one. Didn't quite turn through it.
She knew it. Okay, the fun has begun, and we'll be here to follow along. Damon, back to you for now.
All right, Grant and Morgan, thank you so much. Fun to watch the process of a couple of greats in Caitlyn Clark and Nelly Korda, as the biggest name in the WNBA is mixing it up on the LPGA. 3 hours ahead. Caitlyn getting some tips. Stay with us on a fun Wednesday. It's Golf Today.
Look at the face. Pro-Am, here is Caitlyn at the 10th. Yeah.
Look looks like she was able to put into work a little bit of what Jamie was telling her. Release that right-handed touch through the ball.
She's an athlete. All right, got a long one here. 3-point range.
So far today, these greens are super slick.
Pulled it back too quickly, maybe. All right, so Caitlyn coming down the stretch here of her Pro-Am. For now, we send it back to Damon.
All right, Grant. Caitlyn Clark still got the game face.
Caitlyn this morning, as we discussed earlier, hasn't competed in an athletic endeavor since July when she was shut down because of injury. She said, this is the first time since then I felt a little bit of a rush. She's into it today. We've seen that. Great final full week on the LPGA Tour. Caitlyn has gotten us off to a great start, along with Nelly. Barn win. Caitlyn's friends from the Indiana Fever, Sophie Cunningham and Lexi Hall. Bryce Scurry, U.S. soccer great. Carson Hocevar, the NASCAR driver. And, of course, our own Tom Abbott out there.
That's one of the things that when you get to her position, you end up with so many opportunities, and you have to choose the right ones. And she's definitely embraced her position in sport. And, I mean, that's part of the reason why she's become such a transcendent figure, is because she has done those events and those appearances that transcend the WNBA, transcend women's sports, and have really made her an incredible star and household name.
It's the equivalent of a half-court shot. Not going to make it very often. She makes it more than most.
That's the bedrock to build on. This idea, instead of scrapping around the edges of a legacy US market or being hostage to this idea that it only matters if it's within our time zones, that embrace the idea of being a global market. There is a product out there, there is a market out there for a global product in women's golf. We tend to think of it in a specific US context that maybe it's outgrown.
You heard Nelly Korda say it in her interview today. She was gutted not to play out in Korea with injury over the last couple of weeks because the fans are just so passionate out there. And I think in terms of an American audience, Caitlyn Clark just embodies everything that it means to be a female athlete in America, and to sprinkle her magic on the day, for her to be so interested in the LPGA and to come out here and to spend time doing this with youngsters and girls and kids and men and women of all ages. This just has so much power, and the weight that she carries. I'm not sure if there's any other athlete out there right now, especially in women's sport, who can do what Caitlyn Clark can do.
No, she's a singular superstar. Wonderful that she's become a fan of golf, wants to get better in bringing her star power to this stage.